Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Weaves of Waves. Yeah, it's a Monday morning. Monday morning blues. Never mind. We'll get over it. We'll move on. It was a bit stormy weekend. On and off. Rains. I was hoping to get cycling this weekend, but nah, it just didn't happen. So I hope you had a good weekend. It's so... You start looking at the news. You start looking at the world around you. It's tiring. Boy, is it tiring. It's like soul-killing tiring. And I hate that, so I stop looking at the news. I can feel the weariness in a lot of people, so I'm not alone in this. And there's an energetic drain. It's like, oh, jeez, how much more? And it's like never ending, and it's not going, there's no end in sight, and there's more crisis coming, and so we pick each other up, we start again. And yes, picking each other up and starting again. Energies, emotions. Energies and emotions. Vampires. You know, I came across somebody, I wanted to talk to somebody, and I was very, very direct. And it was a good lesson because I haven't done it in a while. And I was I gave the poor little empath, got a little bit sort of worried, a little bit weary. I didn't mean to, but my energy was too strong. And I'm not sure if a lot of people get this or it's just me, but a lot of people find my energy intense and overwhelming, and yeah, I feel their reaction, and I'm like, that's not quite what I intended. I didn't mean that. Sorry. When I have a directness, I go straight in, and I bulldoze. A bit of a bulldoze energetically, I'm told. And it's always been that way. And I was wondering sort of how to... And here I am, nearly 50 years of age. This is my 50th year, and I still have no idea how to put that energy into something positive. The intensity, I get fixed. When I am fixed and focused, I'm told I'm a bit scary, and it's not that I don't mean that way. It's just that my focus is on what it's a full-on focus. And it gets me down. I don't want to be the bitch. I hate that vibe. So I'm looking at myself and I'm thinking, geez, you did it again. You know, come on. You got to learn to stop, to scatter that focus. So you come across, and it's not a thing. When I'm low energy, when I can feel everything is tired, I'm not actually that aware of holding back, and I've got to be more aware of holding back. But if you're holding back 24/7, 360 odd days a year, I can't hold back. And it gets to a point where I don't want to hold back. All those little special snowflakes with their energy, it's like, yeah, I shouldn't be around people that can't cope with intense energy. I don't know how to control it. I don't know how to withhold it. I certainly get the backlash, so don't get me wrong, I pay for it too. The backlash is, whoops, I did it again, and you've spiraled down. And yeah, I get kicked when I'm down. Have you ever noticed that? When your energy is really low, everybody seems to get out to get you. It's like you're misunderstood everywhere. So it's like, okay. And it used to happen quite a bit until I stepped back. Right, my energy's low, I'm going to go and hide for a bit. Because everybody seems to think, right, let's get her. And it's an energetics. And I used to put it down to sort of the fact that, yeah, they perceive me wrong. And it hurts when I'm perceived wrong. And I get it a lot of times. And I hear and see a lot of people who feel the same. To be seen is a very rare thing, to see somebody. And when you find a friend who can see you clearly, you know who I'm talking about, yeah, I love them lots. Because they can see me. They're not looking at through my energy or what I'm projecting or my emotions. They can see me. And yeah, that's an awesome thing. And I think those friends could, you really need a few of those friends. And I see people that way. I see you. I see the person who I'm talking to. and I see all the flickers of thoughts that pass across your face, the changes of colours across your energies, and I'm not judging. I'm not reacting to it. I'm not. I don't want to inflict my energy onto that. I can actually pull back, give you space, and listen, because that's kind of the awesome thing I want people to do for me. Yeah. So the energy, when I start talking about energy, I'm talking about my perspective of it, and it comes in lots of different perspectives. And how I would always recommend somebody trying to learn their own energy, because everybody's an empath in a certain way. I'm sorry, you may bury it deep, but everybody has that empathic skills. And the skill set is just being aware of other people's emotions. You were aware of your parents when they disapproved of you. You were aware of your parents when you were happy, when they were happy. So that sort of level. Now it's finding out where your emotions stop and other people's emotions begin. And that, it may be an imaginary line, because it does get crossed quite a lot. But finding that imaginary line is very important. What's your stuff is yours. When I'm feeling other people's emotions, I have to block off my stuff so that I don't colour them, so that I'm looking at it from a clear perspective rather than coloured in my own judgments or emotions. And that took quite a few years of training, and yeah, I think I've come a long way. I do screw up. Boy, do I screw up. However, learning to know, so for me it's colour. Right now I am very much visual because I can't see. My eyesight is, I'm very, very short-sighted, so I've had to make up for it. Happy trails, as they call it. People are there's lots of visuals out there. And you have to go with movement, like a cat. A cat will see something and pounce on it. I have to see the movement. So with me, I had to learn colour. So that's their colours, there's my colours. Okay, so what colour am I feeling now? Right now I'm a little bit blue, I'm a little bit drained, so it's a little bit all in pastels and sort of blah. If I come across a vibrant colour, I know that's not me right now. So it's knowing where you end and somebody else comes up and meets you. So energetics emotionally is quite important. Know when somebody is out to manipulate your energy, there's a very, very definite signature to that. I watched a little bit of a BBC thing the other day, and I'm like, turn the fucking BBC off. Oh my goodness, it was manipulative to the core. Be very afraid. And they've always had that, but they've turned it up a gear now. Be frightened. Fear this. This is what we want you to be frightened of today. Oh, please do not watch the BBC. It's just like, whoa. Pull back, and I would really recommend anybody watching mainstream media to do so with some filters on. What's yours? What's your stuff, and what's their stuff? Because, yeah, it was scary stuff that they were spouting. Nah, you can't do that sort of level of fear without it being very, very obvious. Ah, dear. So yeah, turn off mainstream media. I really. And I've stopped even talk radio. I used to listen to talk. I liked it, but they're still spouting the Murdoch line. You've got to know where they're coming from with their information, and then nah. So it's pick and choose. One of the ones I would recommend is the Lotus Eaters. Carl Benjamin has started up his own podcast and channel, and you can find out what's pretty much happening in the world without, it's classical liberalism. And he's educating me very nicely, thank you. The other one I like, because I'm finding out I'm trying to learn what's going on in America. Whew. It's a bit of a minefield because I don't understand. I'm the first person to say I don't understand America. I don't understand why they look at the world like this, and I want to. So I've been looking at Louder with Crowder, and he's hilarious. I didn't think Americans had that sort of sense of humour anymore, and I was so proud of him. I'm so proud of people that work with him. Now, he's a sharp cookie, and he's smart. He's like, wow, yeah, he's a force, and I can understand why he's banned, and he's doing time on Twitter for all kinds of things. Yeah, but boy, do you need him. He can make jokes at everything, and that's the way things happen. And it was so nice to see that somebody is out there doing that stuff. So I'm going to watch him lots. So there's again, I want to learn about America. So if you've got a better source for me, that's great. But it's got to be funny, and it's got to not be all this what I call woke. Now, I get my labels maybe wrong. I don't like people telling me how to think and what words to use and how I should be offended. That's my problem, not yours. And yeah, there's standing up for a minority. That's great, but you've got to be part of that minority, because otherwise it looks foolish. Again, my judgment. But there was a lady murdered by a policeman in the UK recently. And, well, it was allegedly by a policeman, I suppose. There's a lot of things we don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs, so I can't judge or anything. But we get people murdered all the time. I'm not sure why this one is so limelighted. It's by the mainstream. So there is like, what's going on there? That's slightly dodgy. That's not right. I don't trust it. It's very simple. I don't trust it. There was a 7-year-old little girl murdered last year sometime, and that was really, really more brutal than this. I don't know. Well, it's like, what does the mainstream media want me to be angry at today? And so it's just giving you some examples of they're pointing at something that they want attention at, and you're like, well, what's behind me that I shouldn't be looking at? It's very, very low level distraction going on, and it's tiring. And you're like, can we please open the pubs? I would really like to go to a pub and have a drink. A pub is a bar. I suppose Americans have bars and stuff. We haven't been able to go to a pub for sort of a while. I would really like to eat out. Eating my own cooking all the time is really, really tedious. Please let me out. Well, I go out, and I go out to work. I have to. So I mean, I can't wear a mask. I will not be vaccinated. I'm pretty much doing my own thing anyway. But I miss society. I miss the society I live in. I'd like to go to the cinema again. I probably won't be able to unless sort of you have you obey certain government rules and regulations. Never been very good at that. But yes, the energies. Watch your energy. Watch where it goes. And I want to say, if it's too strong for you, too bad. Get over it. But I try and learn about your own energy, and learn the fact that not all of us that are intense mean you harm. On the contrary, I would say, kindness is my religion. Above all, be kind. And it's also in thought. So be kind to them in thought. Be kind to them in emotions. Give them space. Give people space to just be who they are. And if they're not somebody you want to be with, walk away. Because I've just walked away from quite a few different peoples that I can't be with them. They're too toxic for me now. They're too poisonous to my being. And so I'm giving myself a break for that, because usually I think, well, if it's presented to me, let's bring it on board and let's deal with it. I can't deal with other people's poisons. Not right now. I'm tired. I'm no longer a healer. I don't need to heal you. I don't need to guide you. I don't need to educate you. You are your own person. Find your own way. It's not my job anymore. I resigned from being a healer. I can't do that. People say, make me better, make me stop feeling this pain. And they want a magic pill to make it all go away. And they're not prepared to look at shadow or make changes. Change your life. Here we go. Your life is poisonous as it is. When it gets too painful staying still, you will move forward. And every time I move forward, I get out of pain for a bit. Yeah, I may create it in other ways, but make a progression. Change your life. If your body is saying something like, ow, that hurts, take it as a flag. You have to be able to move forward. You have to be able to know your own energy, know your emotions, know your own body, and work with them, because it's part of the whole of you. And yeah, I don't see a lot of people doing that, so I walked away from the healing side of things. I'm like, sort yourself out. It's a tough one because it hurts me. It hurts me a lot seeing people in pain and fear. Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I was right the other day on something that I wished I was wrong about, and that was not cool. I don't feel the joy of being right. There is no thrill of it. I've seen other people get, really, I was right. Nah, there's some things you really want to be wrong about. Anyway, that's my waffle for Monday morning. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and thank you to my patrons. I shall love you, leave you. Take care of yourselves and each other. Bye now.